The worst thing that you can have in life, the worst thing is anger. Everyone who has anger is separated from the tree of life. It doesn't matter if you go to church, if you read the Bible, you give tithes and offering, you feed the poor and the hungry. You do all that, you're still separated from God if you have anger. If you're an atheist or whatever you might be, you're separated by way of your anger. That's why you got to forgive. And I want to know, have you ever thought or wondered, why would a person, a man or a woman, work hard all of their lives to build their career, to make money, to make a name for themselves, and yet do things that would destroy them? And do they want to do these things, or is there something else driving you to do what you wouldn't ordinarily do? One thing that you would get to know when you get to know yourself, that you're really not in control of yourself. And in the fallen state, human beings like to believe that they're in control of self. You're not. It's whichever way your heart is inclined. If your heart is inclined toward evil, evil is on the left, then you're controlled by evil, influenced by evil. If your heart is inclined toward good, then you're controlled by good. You're not in control of anything. A perfect example, this man, Harvey Weinstein, the producer, who is now being accused of rape, sexual assault, and sexual harassment. Just think about that. And now, I'm not, whatever he did, I wasn't there. He needed to be punished. If he did these things, the law needs to punish him. I don't know. So I'm not defending his action, but I think it's so amazing that this man, according to the Hill, Harvey Weinstein, wife of 10 years, Georgina Chapman, says she's leaving him after these allegations. They have 2 children. This is destroying the lives of the children. He also has 3 children with his first wife, and they divorced back in 2004. So just think about this. People don't wake up in the morning, well, most don't, maybe some do, and decide, you know what? I'm going to destroy my own life today. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to harass women. I'm going to make sexual advancements at them. I'm going to go for it. It's something else influences this man to do this, and it's not good. It's evil. When I think about, and then it gives you a false sense of power. I'm sure Harvey Weinstein, because he's a major big-time producer, he had a false sense of power. The presidents of the United States, all of them, has a false sense of power. Movie stars, preachers, entertainers, parents over children have a false sense of power. It's not real power. It just feels that way. And in that fallen state and false sense of power, they end up destroying themselves, their workers, their children, the cat, the dog, the grass. Something drove this man and others, other men and women, to do the things that they do in order to destroy themselves. Even with drug addicts and alcoholics and winos and whatever, rapists and murderers, and they don't wake up and decide, this is what I want out of life. But due to that anger, that thing that has made a home in them that causes them to do the things that they don't want to do and prevent them from doing the things they want to do, the right things, something made a home in them. And we don't hear people talking about that. You don't hear it in the churches. You don't hear it in the homes. And so people are being controlled, never overcoming, because they never get to know themselves. You must know yourself so you can forgive and be forgiven by God. Then you can live your life. Otherwise, it's going to go on and on and on. Thank God for the law of the land, especially the laws that are good laws, because people who are influenced by evil are not following the laws of the heart. We have these principles written upon our hearts, and when we return to the Father, we return to those principles, and we're guided by those principles. I had to overcome that, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. It wasn't until I got to know myself when I started to wonder, what in the world is going on with me? Then my Father allowed me to see, and he caused me to overcome. It's a spiritual battle. It has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do with male or female. And so when we hear these stories about Harvey Weinstein and others, Bill Cosby went through the same thing. And there are women female teachers, school teachers, who are molesting boys, underage boys. Those teachers don't want to do that. It's wrong. They should be punished by the law. But what's driving them? Have you ever thought in your own life, what made me do these crazy things that I don't want to do? And you do them, and then you feel badly about them, doing them, and then you say, I would never, ever do that again. I would never yell at my children. You know, you say that. I would never try and control my children. And you realize, wow, I'm wrong. And then you stop doing it for a while. Time goes by. And then later you find yourself doing it again, and you can't believe that you're doing it. You got to get to know yourself, folks. The founders of this country knew this. The disciples of the scriptures knew this, that it's spiritual, and that we are spirit, and either we are controlled by good or evil. Just think about that. Harvey Weinstein, I guarantee you, did not wake up one day and decide, I work so hard, I have so much money, I have so many friends, I'm so popular, I'm so famous, let me just destroy myself. Harvey has spiritual issues going on that he has not dealt with, and I guarantee you, they started in the home first. They started in the home first. Our parents spend 18 years of our lives screwing us up, and we spend the rest of the time trying to overcome it. And you can, just by realizing they can help themselves and forgive them. Forgive your father and your mother, and you shall be forgiven. Don't ask them to forgive you. You forgive them. You're disconnected from the tree of life because you have not forgiven. And if they have it in decency, they would apologize, but if they don't, it doesn't matter because God will forgive you. And just think about that, all right? What is driving you to make you do the things that you wouldn't ordinarily do? The things that you know would bring on destruction to yourself, to your family, to other people. It's not you, folks. It's something else driving you. And when you hear the children of the lie naming all this stuff, sexism, racism, homophobism, Islamophobism, whatever, Mexicanism, illegal alienism, it's all lies. It's no isms. They don't exist. These are words that's made up by the children of the deceiver in order to destroy everybody and everything around them.